Welcome to the Manifestation and Money podcast, where we bridge the worlds of the taboo topic of money with the woo-woo world of manifestation. We're your hosts, Chris and Jenny Schultz.
We're not just about dollars and cents around here. We're all about lifestyle design. You can be working towards financial independence while still living a life you love today.
Get ready for insightful conversations with guests who have embraced the FIRE movement by achieving financial independence and retiring early, as well as entrepreneurs and individuals who defied the norm and have paved their own way to a life they love.
Together, we'll explore the powerful connection between mindset, financial freedom, and living a purposeful life. And of course, we'll be sharing our own journey to how we carved our path to a seven-figure net worth before hitting the big 4-0. Are you ready to ignite your financial future? Then let's dive right in.
Welcome to the Manifestation and Money podcast, where your journey to financial independence and the life you love begins now.
What does gaining publicity have to do with making a seven-figure income? Well, apparently a lot. Heather Holmes joins me on the show to discuss gaining exposure to accelerate your business. And trust me, this girl is walking the walk and talking the talk. You've got to hear how she built a seven-figure business while living in an Airstream alongside starting her own family. Welcome to the Manifestation and Money podcast, Heather.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
I am excited to have you on because I think I said to you in the lead up to this, I think our world is so full of people that are full of excuses. And you are a mom that is out there literally growing a business and growing a family at the same time and rocking it. So I would love for you to give the audience a bit of an introduction to who you are and what your story is.
Yeah, so I'm Heather and I'm the founder of Publicity for Good. We are a purpose-driven communications and PR company. So we really help amazing entrepreneurs scale their business by getting in the media, get on TV, be internationally known for getting in the media. I've been doing this. I've been a publicist for more than 12 years. So this is my life mission. I started Publicity for Good 8.5 years ago. I worked at an ad agency, and at the time I was doing network marketing, and they gave me an ultimatum: work full-time for us or do network marketing, where I was making lemonade money. So I quit June 15, 2015, moved to my mom's house, built my business, got a job at a gym, minimum wage job, worked at the gym for 3.5 years, slowly built a PR agency. And then 3.5 years later, the business was probably at like 3K to 5K a month, give or take. And I was, age 26, had been in the Midwest for that many years, and I wanted to get out, and I was single. So I had a client that had a press tour in LA. I ended up staying in San Diego and living there. And then, it's interesting. My friends that I were living with, they were going to live the nomadic lifestyle. So I had to get my own apartment. So I got my own apartment in Ocean Beach, California. The rent was $1,300 a month back in 2018. My credit score was in the 300s because everything I put back into the business, and I didn't understand finances. So I had to pay 3 months deposit to get the apartment. I was then in the red. Probably for 90 days, I had no money. I literally, got Uber Eats because you could still get food and your car would be in the red. Ate a lot of rice and refried beans. And I remember I took a leap of faith. There was a big event in Santa Monica that I wanted to sponsor. It was $10,000. So I borrowed some money from my mom. I sponsored it. I ended up getting a couple clients. But I went to the Amtrak station at the end of the event to try to get back to San Diego, and I didn't even have enough money to get home. So I was stuck. So what did I do? I got an Uber because, again, I could still access Uber Eats and Uber, spent a couple $100s to get back in San Diego. And then I remember in that fall, I made what I call my manifestation list, all the qualities I wanted in a husband. And then that February, I ended up meeting Austin, who's my husband now. And with him, when I met him at the time, he was in the military and he had his last deployment. So I went back home to my sorority house. I was a house mom, built the business. we talked about, well, what are we going to do when you're out? Well, we want to travel full time, build a business nomadically, figure out where we wanted to live. We got an Airstream. And then it was the year of the pandemic where we had our first $1 million year. We're now a full-time team of 40, which is continuing to serve our clients deeply and help them grow their business through getting in the media. We're building a homestead. We have 2 under 2, and a couple weeks we'll have 3 under 2, right? So like in the heat of scaling a business, having kids, all of those things.
Yeah, all those things. Like I said, for the people that have excuses, it's probably laughable at the life. Oh, I don't have the time, or I don't have the resources, right? So are you living out of your Airstream currently?
So we lived in our Airstream for 3.5 years. And Rose, who will be 2 on Saturday, lived in the Airstream for the first few months. But we did buy a ranch. We have 2 acres here. And then we have about 22 acres of raw land that we bought with the intentions to build on.
That's fun. So you're going to build on it. If you have that much space, are you going to get animals or gardens or?
Yeah. So where we are now, we have a garden and chickens. The land we bought, like we looked at land for so long, and it was even before the pandemic, and it was really hard to find land, like big parcels of land. I mean, honestly, our dream is to have like 500 plus to 1,000 acres, mountain views, water. So no, this land is not the dream property. So transparently, we will probably sell it, add some infrastructure in the coming years, because it's not the dream board. It's not on our vision board. It's not the dream property. It was the choice we made then because it moved us closer to our goals at the time.
Mm-hmm. Like a stepping stone to what you
Yeah.
want. And I think that is so important to hold. Clearly you have your lifestyle planned out. You want to be able to, if you have chickens and the garden where you are now, you have a specific lifestyle that you're aiming towards. So to be able to have pieces of that along the way is so important. You can't it just makes me think of the people that are just holding off, waiting for the someday.
Yeah.
And might never get to the someday without getting to implement the things that they actually truly want in their day to day.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And do you find, so having a business that you've been able to build up to 7 figures, so having money as a resource at your fingertips, how does that play into your lifestyle? Do you find that you're leaning more into, oh, I want to spend more money? Or do you find it makes you more intentional with what you want to do with it?
I mean, we have big legacy goals as a family. Like we will build a business that is 100 million plus. We want our kids to make it better than ours, right? But I'd say we're very intentional, very Montessori, like intentional. The kids don't have a lot of toys. Like we don't do birthday parties every year. We don't do what the mainstream does because it just isn't aligned with our goals. But we're still focused on getting out of debt. We'd rather take all of our extra money and invest it in real estate or business or those types of things. So no, we shop at thrift stores and all those things, right? We're very intentional. My dreams in the future is that I can go to the spa every month and all those things, but it's not a priority right now. Our financial freedom, investments, and all of those things are way more of a priority so that I can spend more time with the kids and those things, right? Having time together as a family, I would say, is our number one priority while we're building this and working towards financial freedom and a legacy that will impact all of our kids and generations.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that I love about having guests on this podcast is getting to see all of the different, I don't know whether to say criteria, filters that people are putting on their lifestyle, saying, yes, I know this is what the norm, air quotes here, the normal people do, but this is the way we're going to do it. And the more that people lean into, this is the way we're going to do it, and we are going to be intentional. And like you said, the willingness to thrift store shop. Hey, I'm a thrift store shopper. The last time I went and bought a pair of pants from not a thrift store, I took them home and washed them and they completely shrunk and then didn't fit me the second time I went to put them on. And I'm like, there's something to be said about buying a pair of pants that's already been washed, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, total side segue there.
Yeah.
But to get intentional, and then you have those extra dollars to put in the places that you want to put those extra dollars.
Yeah, we dream, we travel so much. My husband is learning how to fly, so we want to get a plane and like a Cessna and those things. But the dream and goal is that you invest in all this real estate or multifamily homes and you hold it, and then you take the extra money, the dividends or those things, and then invest, right? So it's really building the foundation right now.
Yeah, definitely. So are you guys investing in real estate, or so is that a future plan?
So we have real estate, but right now we're fully focused on the business. And then we also started a tech company, a PR company that service first with the software to make PR more accessible, right? Because when you think about PR, it's a premium price. It's $3,000 to $5,000 a month, right? Not everyone can afford that, but I've seen miracles happen from getting in the media. I've seen female entrepreneurs, their business grow by 40% just from sharing their story. So we're super focused on investing in the business right now.
Yeah, and that makes total sense. So you have a team now of 40 people that are working for you?
Yeah, it's great because everyone's committed to our mission, to our clients, and we're working together on one goal.
Neato. And do they, for you having that strong kind of digital nomadic play from the beginning, do a lot of your people then get to work in their own spaces from home?
Yeah, so we have an office, but everyone works from home, and not as many people really take advantage of the nomadic opportunity that they could. But I mean, we have a lot of families or moms or dads who want to work and work from home. But yeah.
I love that you're creating a business that is having a big impact, but also having those impacts in the home life too, because so many parents do want to work, but also want that flexibility to work from home and be like, yes, I'm going to get my work done in a day.
Yeah.
I promise I will. Just let me figure out what that day looks like and I will get it done. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of building your business like you have done, what are some things that you've learned along the way from growing from being your little solopreneur, if it was you starting out by yourself or if it was you and your husband, from just starting out from the beginning to growing your team? What have you learned along the way?
Yeah, I mean, I can't do what I do without a team. There are definitely things that I'm not good at, but I've also learned I need to be drinking the Kool-Aid. So like I pitch myself to the media all the time. I'm in the media, but it's like the other advice or counsel that I give to my team about growing and learning, like I have to do too.
And so when you take your clients to the media, are you finding platforms for them to go on to, or are you walking them through what they should be looking for?
So everything we do is high and done for you. So we create the strategic plan, the messaging, and then really we reach out to the media. So we work with like, I would say 10,000 plus media outlets. That is local media in your hometown. That is podcasts. That is national media, articles, websites, podcasts. So really we're the ones that are securing the opportunities for you to get in the media.
Neat. So you're doing a lot of the legwork for them.
Show up. You
Yeah.
show up, interview, and promote it on social.
Yeah. And the important thing in there, I think, is that you help them with their messaging. Because I know me, for being an entrepreneur, I have this big heart and I have this plan to do so many big things, but sit down and ask me what I do, and I get tongue-tied all the time, right? Because it's just a multi-passionate type situation. So the fact that you help them with their messaging, that has got to be a key part to the puzzle. Because it's sure, I could say tomorrow, oh yeah, sure, I'm going to go be on the news tomorrow, right? But if I don't know how to present myself, what's the point?
And how to integrate it into your marketing to scale your business. Like Regina, female entrepreneur confidence coach, no media, mostly sold through Instagram. Started out with local, then some articles that she was featured in. 90 days in, one article was syndicated. Then Martha Stewart was doing an article, which was on her dream list. She was featured 2 times on marthastewart.com. She was starting to rank on Google for confidence coach, right? And then from there, probably 7 months in, the Today Show was doing a Google search for confidence coach and found her. So she was on the Today Show.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. So cool. And then from that, her business grew by 40%. She's incorporating all of her interviews into her marketing, reels of her on TV. Her bio says where she's been featured. And it really is just her story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have a story, like that's all that you really need, right? So like I've seen people get in the media with just an Instagram account, no fancy landing page. So very possible.
Yeah. That's fascinating. When do you recommend somebody reaching out to you then? Is it somebody who is at the beginning of their little business venture, or the messy middle, or like when they're actually scaling?
Yeah. People will always tell me that they wish they started getting in the media sooner because it gives you content, you're driving traffic to your offer, and you're able to increase credibility right away. So I think especially it's important when you're new in your business to do it. So I think anywhere in the journey you should do it. But if you're a new business entrepreneur and you have a proven model and a product and testimonials, I think it's the perfect thing to do, getting in the media, because you can literally add all the logos onto your landing page, your offer, and all of those things, and make yourself stand out. And we've worked with a lot of people who have side hustles, but their side hustle is network marketing. And PR has still worked for them to stand out in a very saturated market of people selling similar products.
That's fascinating and intriguing all at the same time. And one of my favorite questions to ask my guests always is, what is your biggest piece of advice for someone to create a life they love?
I would say be intentional, own who you are. You know, like when I first met my husband, we mapped out the first 5 years and we knew every single year what was going to happen. Get engaged, get married, get pregnant, have a kid. I mean, like everything has happened so far and I feel so thankful. But a lot of it has been intention. We had a vision board in our Airstream. I need to update it. So a lot of it is a lot of the work and action and hustle and grit and doing the work, but then having the faith.
Well said. I love that. And where can listeners reach out to you if they have this PR need and they want to get their message out to the world?
Yeah. So they can find me on social media at Heather DeSantis Holmes. You can also go to signalraptor.com, and that is an opportunity to start slowly getting in the media, or you can go to publicityforgood.com. But I mean, this is my life mission. So if anyone has questions, send me a DM. I'm really here to help you because I believe in the power of building a business for yourself and for your family.
Lovely. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today, Heather.
Yes, it was so fun. And you guys can definitely do it. No excuses.
No excuses. Everybody hear that? No excuses. Thanks again. Hey, wait, before you go, do you want to increase your income by $1,000 a month? If so, check out our free side hustle guide at www.fourleaflifestyle.com/money ideas. I'll pop it in the show notes for easy access.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Manifestation and Money podcast. If you enjoyed today's conversation and want to continue your journey to financial empowerment and creating a life you love, be sure to subscribe, rate, and leave a review.
Come follow us on Instagram at Manifestation and Money Podcast or at 4Leaf Lifestyle for more inspiration and behind the scenes content. Remember, your life is yours to live. Your financial freedom journey is as unique as you are. So hop in the driver's seat. It's time to create the life of your dreams.